What if I told you a woman tried to destroy her husband's mistress but ended up losing her own life instead? This is the tragic story of Nyasiaya, a story that proves one thing: choices have consequences. Nyasiaya had what many would dream of: a rich husband, a good home, a comfortable life. But behind that perfect image was a heart slowly being consumed by doubt. Her husband was a busy businessman, always meeting clients, always on calls. But there was one client, a beautiful woman who kept showing up again and again. She was elegant, confident, always around. And to Nyasiaya, this was no longer business, it was personal. She confronted the woman several times, but nothing changed. The visit continued, and so did the pain. One day, her friend, known as Nyagem, stepped in. "I know a way to solve this problem," Nyagem said. Desperate for peace, Nyasiaya didn't ask too many questions. She agreed. They traveled to a witch doctor. After the witch doctor listened carefully, he gave her a small potion and strict instruction. "No one must see this. Put it in your husband's bathing water, but if anyone sees it, do not use it. I repeat, no one must see this. Put it in your husband's bathing water, but if anyone sees it, do not use it." She nodded. This, she believed, was her solution. But on her way home, something small happened. On her way home, something small happened. Something she ignored. Her young son saw the potion. He didn't understand it, but the rule had already been broken. Remember, she was told no one must see the potion. That evening, she went ahead anyway. She mixed it into her husband's bathing water just as instructed. But moment after her husband stepped into the bathroom, Nyasiaya felt it. A sudden coldness. Her body started shaking. Her mind became confused. Something was terribly wrong. She screamed for help. Nyagem rushed her back to the witch doctor, hoping he could save her. But when he saw her, or when the witch doctor saw her, he shook his head. "You did not follow my instruction," he said. "There is nothing I can do." And he repeated, "You did not follow my instruction. There is nothing I can do." They rushed her to church for prayers, holding on to the last bit of hope. But it was too late. By the next morning, Nyasiaya was gone. She thought she was fighting for a marriage, but she was actually destroying herself. Jealousy blinded her. Fear controlled her. And one decision cost her everything. Not every suspicion is truth. Not every solution is safe. Because in life, choices have consequences. After the death and burial of Nyasiaya, life did not just move on. It fell apart. Her husband, Chaba Jaseme, was never the same again. The strong, successful businessman people once admired slowly turned into a broken man. At first, it was silence, then sleepless nights, then pain he couldn't explain. He started drinking just to forget. One bottle became two, then many. Days turned into months, and the business he had built for years began to crumble. Debts piled up. Call from creditors never stopped, and friends disappeared. Everything he once had slipped through his fingers. Eventually, the unthinkable happened. Chaba Jaseme lost everything. And I mean, he lost everything. The big home was gone. The business collapsed. And the man who was once had it all became homeless. Their children, too young to understand what was happening, were taken away by his in-laws for safety. A family shattered. Those close to him tried to help. They took him to the rehabilitation center, hoping he would recover. But deep inside, he was fighting a pain no one could see. He loved Nyasea deeply, and her death broke him into ways words cannot explain. But in his heart, he carried anger too. He blamed Nyagem. To him, she was the reason everything happened. And when word spread, fear gripped Nyagem. She disappeared, relocated to an unknown place, running from a past she could not escape. But even then, nothing could undo what had already been done. Because from that day, the life of Chaba Jaseme was never the same again. Some decisions don't just affect one person, they destroy entire family. And sometimes the pain doesn't end up with death. If the story taught you something, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because some lessons are better learned from others. Please stay tuned in this channel. We'll always keep on bringing you stories with life lessons. Thank you for being with us till the end of this story. Let's meet on the next one.